All right, great. So my name is Melody Stratton. I am the director of strategic communications at ISEP. And for the last probably almost 8 months, we have been working on reevaluating our summer program portfolio. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So before we get started, I do want to thank our sponsors. Of course, we want to thank our insurance provider, IES ASRM, and a big thank you to ISEP France. ISEP France does have two summer programs that they are offering this year, along with all of the wonderful programs that they offer every term. Okay, so as I said, for the last few months, we have been working to reevaluate our summer program offerings. As part of this process, we spoke extensively with ISEP coordinators. We also reviewed feedback from students. We reviewed prior enrollment data, and we tried to sort of coalesce around what we were hearing were the most important parts of a summer program. We then streamlined our summer programs so that they best meet student needs. And we really tried to prioritize cost, academics, and location. We heard from the coordinators that we spoke with that those were the three big issues that students are really looking to fulfill. So you can't have cost out of line. You can't offer a program that doesn't fulfill some sort of academic need. And it does need to be in a desirable location where students are wanting to go. So we took that feedback in, along with all of the other information we had, and we evaluated that portfolio, as I said. And so this is what we came up with. So we are, again, really focused on academics, affordability, and world-class locations. We have added new programs and options in London, Ghana, Costa Rica, Italy, and Seoul. We have lowered our prices by an average of $640 across the portfolio, and we now have 13 programs under $5,000. We're also offering programs for all majors, and we will continue to build new programs in the future to make sure that we're really accommodating all of the majors that we have within the ISEP membership. So we have programs from health sciences and engineering, graphic design and history, and even so many more. We really looked at locations. So what we heard from coordinators when we were talking to them is that summer students really want to be somewhere that they've heard of. They really want to be somewhere where they can maximize that, they want that big city, well-known location where there's lots to do, and it's also really easy to travel externally. And then they also want some flexibility. So students have lots of competing priorities in the summer, from internships they need to do at home or classes they need to take, jobs that they're hoping to maintain. They may have family commitments. They may have weddings to attend. That's a big one. And so they need that flexibility, and they also need to know the dates in advance as early as possible. And then, of course, we heard, and we've known this for a long time, that we need a lot of options taught in English, or we need options at the beginning language level for students who may not have that advanced foreign language experience. We also really wanted to focus on having our programs be very high quality and supportive. We believe that all ISEP programs offer those, but for summer, students are usually abroad for a lot shorter amount of time, and they have less experience and less time to adapt. So we wanted to make sure that we were making it easy for them, and the on-site experience would be really good for the entire time they're abroad. So housing is now always included. In the past, we've had some programs that didn't include housing in the program fee. That's now always going to be included in the program fee as an upfront cost. We are also making sure that we have lots of extra support for these students. So all these programs will have visa advising. Of course, they'll include an on-site orientation and an academic transcript. Unlike a lot of other potential programs, our students are not at centers. They're still at ISEP host institutions. So they have access to all of the facilities that a student would normally have access to. And that could include things like health services. It can include fitness centers, libraries, all of those things. We also have two programs with a resident director on site that is an ISEP staff member. But all of our other programs, of course, have an ISEP coordinator and dedicated on-site staff employed by the host institution. These coordinators have all been evaluated by students, and we know that they are offering really exceptional student services. The other place that we were really concerned to address, or that we really wanted to address, was making sure that as many programs as possible offered the option to earn 6 US credits, which is the minimum requirement for students who want to use federal aid in the summer. So we do have a few programs that are a little bit below that threshold, and then we have programs that have the option of 3 credits or 6 credits. But as much as possible, if students need to use financial aid, they should be able to find an ISEP program that will fit their needs. And finally, included excursions and airport pickup. We are trying to make sure that all of our programs do offer airport pickup, even if it might be an additional fee. And we are working to make sure that cultural engagement opportunities, field trips, or excursions are included in as many programs as possible, especially the programs that are maybe not in those big cities. So in places like London, you'll see we have made those optional, but in places like Ghana, where students may not feel as comfortable as exploring on their own, we have included excursions in the program. We're also improving our marketing. Hopefully later today, you're going to be getting an email, a very long email, telling you all about our changes to the website and some of our branding. So we are changing the program names, not just for summer programs, but for all programs. This is actually a very big announcement. And I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you'll get an email later today where you can learn more about it. So in the past, our programs have had names like summer sessions, regular university courses, flexible course enrollment, or lots of other things. We are standardizing our program names, and they will now follow a new format. If it is a semester program, it will be study in location, and then a dash with the field of study if applicable. For programs that are a specific term where we need to emphasize the term, we're going to have summer, academic year, or J-term programs in the location, and then explain the fields available. And for programs that offer more than that, so things like internships or research, they'll get to have intern in this location, and then the specific fields of study. So you'll be learning more about that soon, but this is an exciting thing. And we did talk to our Council of Advisors Events and Marketing Committee about this, and everyone was really supportive. We think that it will help students understand the offerings better and will also help us promote your programs better. We are also trying to finalize all of our prices, dates, and courses much earlier. So we have in the past had lots of dates and courses be flexible, or they haven't made it to our website even by March sometimes. We are working really hard to make sure that's all available as soon as possible. Most of it should be available in the next week. Anything that is not finalized, we are listing what we think are going to be close dates, close classes, and we're explaining that they are tentative. We're also improving the program finder experience. So again, you're going to be learning more about that later today, but our program finder is going to be, I think, a lot easier for students to navigate. There will be a different default view in the coming weeks, not the map view. The map will still be available. But the different default view will actually explain things like chance of placement, language of instruction, program dates, and the term all up front, which we think is going to be helpful for students. We are also reorganizing our program pages. The summer pages are almost finished. So this is an example. You'll see we wanted to make sure that we're including information on housing, meals, options to get out and explore, courses, and highlights. So all of our summer program pages will follow this format, and we are going to slowly work on getting our semester programs to be consistent as well. And then finally, we are working with Teradata and NVIDIA TRM to update all of our listings for summer. So those will all be active next week, and we will notify you so that if you use Teradata or via TRM, you are able to subscribe to those changes. Okay, so if all you wanted to know were the big highlights, those were the big highlights. I'm now going to go into specific programs. which we're all really excited to talk to you about, but you've got the gist at this point. So if you need to go and grab lunch or something, this will all be available later. Okay, so we have a new summer program with London Metropolitan University. London Met is one of our newer ISEP Direct sites. They've already proven to be very popular among our ISEP students. They're really good for diverse students. It's a really diverse campus, and so we're excited to have them as part of our membership. They offer a summer program that is 4 or 8 weeks long, and they have 4 classes to choose from in each session. Students just take 1 class. We recommend this for journalism, business, and political science students. The students will earn 3 credits, 3 US credits per session. This is one of our most expensive programs at the 8-week price, but you'll see that at 4 weeks in London, it's still under $5,000 for that 3-credit program. We, of course, also still offer our program with the University of Roehampton. This program we recommend for computer science, psychology, and the humanities. It's also got some criminology classes. Students, again, earn 3 credits per session. These are shorter sessions, so 3 weeks and 6 weeks. And for 3 weeks, they can go to London for less than $4,000. Barcelona, we love our Barcelona program. Maria has been doing a really great job and has had a lot of really wonderful students have great experiences on site already. We were able to run this program last summer and students really enjoyed the classes. So we're excited to offer it again. This is a 4-week program in July. It offers classes both in Spanish and in English. Students also will take a Spanish class alongside the other coursework that they choose. The classes are interdisciplinary courses, really sort of designed for honor students. Students do need a 3.0 to attend this program, and they can earn up to 7 US credits. It will depend on the classes that they pick, and this program is less than $5,000. It does include airport pickup, field trips, and some orientation activities. So Yonsei University, we added Yonsei University as a summer program last year. We're excited to offer it again this year. We are still working with them to finalize the courses and the prices, but there will be a 4-week or 6-week option, and they have a really wide range of classes. So if you have business students looking to take classes in English at an AACSB accredited school, this is a great opportunity for them. If you have students looking to do Korean language and culture, they can do it at Yonsei. We also have social sciences, humanities, there's a public health option. So really, really wide range of coursework to choose from. And the program is, of course, in Seoul, which is a great location for students. And we'll have final information on all of the courses and prices, hopefully by December. Hanyang University is a long-time summer program with ISEP. We're excited about this program because it also has really great academics to choose from. We decided to offer both because it gives students a range of classwork to choose from, a range of different types of program to choose from. The Hanyang University program is a little bit more packaged, a little bit more supported. Yonsei is a little more independent. Hanyang includes excursions as part of their program fee. This program is finalized, so these are the final dates and the cost, and students can earn between 3 and 9 US credits. So one of the changes that we made is we previously would advertise our program with Sacre Coeur as summer sessions. We think that it's important for everybody to know that Sacre Coeur actually has 3 locations for the summer. They have a program in Milan, a program in Rome, and a program in Piacenza, which is in Emilia Reggiana, if I'm saying that correctly, I'm probably not, but it's Italian wine country. It's where things like Lambrusco comes from. So we're going to talk about those options in a minute, but the program in Milan, students choose from 2, 4, or 6 weeks. We have tentative dates here from last year. We expect them to be very similar, and the dates will be finalized in January. This program has always been good for marketing, communications, fashion, international relations, and students can mix and match. The weeks that they're there, they can actually do classes on multiple campuses, but we are advertising it as summer in Milan. And that lets us sort of streamline the coursework that's available in those different disciplines. So you can see a 2-week program is just at 3,500. 4 weeks is a little over 5,000, 6 weeks over 7,000. So they go up in $2,000 increments. It's a really great program and students have always really enjoyed it. Our program in Thessaloniki, first of all, if you don't know, Thessaloniki is on the beach. So really great place to spend your summer, 5 weeks on the Greek beaches. This program is taught in English and has really extensive general education and major specific classes in the business, humanities, social sciences, and computer science. Students live in off-campus dormitories with easy access to campus and with easy access to the city. They can take 3 to 6 US credits, and the program actually does include excursions. I don't have them listed here, but it does include some excursions. And again, it's a little bit more expensive because we've got a 5-week program here, but really good value, really excellent support system, and lots of fun activities are included. Our program in Prague, this is a newer program for ISEP. This is a 5-week summer program. The classes are in business, the humanities, and social sciences. They have, I think it's called Business of Beer class, which has been popular with our students. They are housed right off campus, walking distance. They can take 3 or 6 US credits, and the program includes tuition, housing, and health insurance. This program is great if students really want to be in Prague and want to do a lot of their own exploring. It's really easy if you haven't been to Prague, it's really easy to hop on a train or a bus and explore throughout the Czech Republic and through Eastern and Western Europe. So really great location if students are looking for that, sort of independence to go off and do their own thing. Summer in Hong Kong. So we're excited to be able to offer this program again. We've offered it in the past, but had to stop offering it for a little while as there was a little bit of unrest in Hong Kong. This program is offered by CUHK, a longtime ISEP member. It will be June 26th through August 2nd, and they have specifically designed the classes to really appeal to an American audience, but of course any student is eligible. So they have great business and finance classes. They also have some social sciences and STEM classes that actually can overlap. So there's like an energy class, an entrepreneurship and engineering class that might interest a business student or an engineering major. They also have some social sciences that would be great for a business student interested in a career in Asia. And then they teach Cantonese and Mandarin language. Students are housed on campus. The program will be offering somewhere between 3 and 9 US credits. It's a little bit tentative right now, but we will be finalizing that in December. The price is also tentative. It's possible that we will have a range of prices based on credits, and there may be a cheaper option. This program does include excursions and cultural activities as part of the program cost. Okay, I'm gonna take a break for water. I'll be just 1 second. All right. Internships and experiential learning. We're really excited about these. We heard from our members repeatedly that this is really what students are looking for. So we're excited to present these to you. We have a brand new study and intern option in London with London Met. This is an 8-week program. The first 4 weeks, students take a course in journalism, business, or political science. And the second week, they take the second session, they do a 4-week internship. They have to go for the full 8 weeks to be eligible for the internship. They'll also have to get a visa that qualifies them to do an internship. The fields of study are really, really widely spread out among different fields. So education majors can do this program, journalism majors, graphic design, business, marketing, sales, advertising, public relations. There's not a lot of STEM, but there are lots of good options in other areas. Students will live in the university residence halls, and they'll earn 6 US credits for this program. And the tuition, internship, housing, and health insurance are all included in that fee. This is one of our most expensive programs, but 8 weeks in London with an internship, I think it's probably a fair price. And we have tried to make sure that it's reasonable for what we are offering. Summer in Ghana. This is also a new program, and we're delighted. I think Teresa might even be on the call, but Teresa will be, of course, our resident director for this program. This is a 5-week program from May 19th to July 5th. It offers 6 US credits. Students will be housed in single rooms in the on-campus dorms. The program includes tuition, housing, health insurance, Teresa services, excursions, and airport pickup. And students will get to choose between 3 classes: history of the Black diaspora, art history of Ghana, or a service learning and internship course. So they'll take 1 or 2 of those 3 classes, but because they are able to do that service learning and internship, we think that's a really great option. And then of course, in addition, students interested in volunteer opportunities that may not be related to that service learning course can volunteer at many of our pre-approved volunteer sites in Ghana, and Teresa can help set that up. Summer in Costa Rica, Sustainability and Service Learning is also a new program. This is with ICDS, a newer partner for ISEP. This program is really exciting because it's a 6-week program, and you spend 3 weeks in San Jose and then 3 weeks living and working on a finca in rural Costa Rica. Students do not need any prior Spanish to do this program, but they do take Spanish classes while they are there. And they also take a course on sustainability practices and food security. And they get lots of exposure to doing service. They do service for the first 3 weeks in San Jose, and then they continue to do service and learn about sustainability, agriculture, food production on site at the farm in Cartago. So again, great opportunity for students to really get some hands-on experience. Also a great option for environmental studies majors or agriculture majors. This program does include excursions, airport pickup, housing, and students are in a homestay for the first part, so they get that exposure, and all of those things are included in the program cost. We also have a hospital shadowing and medical Spanish program with ICDS. This again is in San Jose. I do really want to point out, this is a hospital shadowing program where students get to shadow doctors at a local hospital in San Jose. They do need to have a little bit of prior Spanish to be able to do that. Otherwise, if they do not have that prior Spanish, they're still eligible for the program, but they will do like social services projects within the community instead. So if they're looking for that hospital shadowing experience, they will need some prior Spanish experience. This program is really great for anyone looking to go into the medical profession because you are going to get that experience with Spanish for the health sciences, and it will help prepare students to have conversations with patients and their families in the future. Students live in a homestay. Meals are included, as are excursions and airport pickup. This is a program you're probably familiar with. Formerly was Vesalius College. They are now the Brussels School of Governance. This is a 6-week program. It is an internship and study program, so students can take a 3-credit internship along with a course. This program is great for business, political science, communications, and pre-law. Last year, and possibly a few years before, we had stopped including housing in the program fee. We have added it back in, and so housing and 11 meals per week are included. Students do live in a homestay with a local family, so they get a lot of exposure to the culture. And then of course they get that internship and the coursework. Melody, we can pause again and I can adjust them. Okay, so I think we're moving on to this is an exchange program. So this is one of the programs I was just talking about, and it may be a really good option for a lot of your students. So this is a program in Guanajuato, Mexico. It is an 8-week program. Students can do this in English or in Spanish. They do not have to have any prior Spanish study. So I really want to be clear, this is a great option for students who need programs in English or in Spanish. This is a research program. Students are paired with a faculty member who mentors them in their research. They do 160 hours of individual research, and then they have 80 contact hours with their faculty member. They can do internships in a really wide variety of fields, including the natural sciences, architecture, art and design, economics, law, engineering, health sciences. So again, this is a great fit for a lot of students. This program is an ISEP exchange program. So if you have students that are looking for something that would be closer to their home university tuition, this is a great opportunity. Our coordinators need to know that it is a 0.25 exchange balance. Some of you may actually be looking for something like that because a lot of people have sort of strange exchange balances right now because of COVID. But for the rest of you, it's just good to be aware that it's a 0.25. And the program, like any exchange program, includes tuition, housing, and meals. Health insurance will be additional. But again, great opportunity to do undergraduate research, 8 weeks in Mexico. Guanajuato is a beautiful city, and students have had really positive experiences here. There's a great video on our website that you can watch about the research program. So if this is something that interests you, I encourage you to check it out. So let's talk about some specific fields of study. We mentioned earlier the programs with Sacra Core. So this is their summer in Rome. This is a public health program. So this is not a new program in our portfolio, but we are going to be branding it as Summer in Rome Public Health. So if you're looking for it, that's how you'll find it. Students can go to Rome for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and they take one of these classes. So if they're there for the first session, they would take global health and epidemiology. If they're there for the second session or both sessions, they would also take health policy and management for universal coverage. So again, they're based in Rome, not on the Milan campus. They stay in off-campus residences. They earn 3 US credits per 2-week session. And the program includes tuition, housing, and health insurance. These classes are still tentative, but they haven't changed much from year to year. So we expect them to be very similar. And we know that they will be related to public health. And then Summer in Seoul. So this is at Hanyang University. This is not necessarily a new program, but again, we are rebranding it. Hanyang has really great classes for science and engineering. And we wanted to make sure that students were finding that and knew that it existed. So if you have electrical engineering students, if you have students in math or students who need math classes for their degree, if they're looking for some computer science or sort of those electives, they can combine those together. And then there are also some human science classes. I think there's an anatomy class and some public health classes. So this is a really great option for students who are looking for those hard sciences while they're still getting a lot of really fun activities and getting to experience another culture. Students on this program can earn 3 to 9 credits, and the cost is $4,495. All right, so our language programs. Our language programs have always been a staple of ISEP, and so we didn't want to remove them or anything like that. So we have options for Spanish and French, and then we'll also be talking about our program with Marburg in a bit. So for Spanish, we have a program in Almeria, which is in southern Spain. This is probably my favorite program because for the price, you're getting a lot. So you're getting 6 US credits of Spanish. You get tuition, housing, meals. You live with a homestay. You get excursions, and you get airport pickup. You're staying in a beautiful location with lots to do and explore. The program includes a lot of field trips. It includes a lot of community interaction. So you're really getting a lot out of this program, and you're gaining a Spanish credit to help you make some progress. So definitely check this program out. If you have students who are looking to be in Spain or take some Spanish this summer, really good option and very affordable. We also have our program in Chile with Valparaiso. This has been a really popular program with ISEP students for a long time, and we're excited to be able to send students to Latin America again this summer. Students, again, stay in a homestay and earn 6 US credits. This is great for students who have an interest in Latin America. They take a Spanish class alongside a Latin American studies class. And then this program, again, includes tuition, housing, meals, airport pickup, and a city tour. So we have our program with Savoy Mont Blanc. We've had this program for a long time. It's always been popular with ISEP students. It is 7 weeks long, but that includes a week off for students to do their own thing. They do still have access to housing, but most students choose to take that week to do some exploring. The classes are a really wide range of beginner to advanced intensive French, so appropriate for any level of French. Students stay in a university residence hall, not a homestay, and they earn 6 US credits. This program is priced just over $4,000. It includes tuition, housing, cultural and recreational activities, and their health insurance. We have another program in France with Université de Caen. This program is really great for students who have an interest in learning more about the culture and heritage of France. It is based in Normandy, and so students take a French class, and then they also take an elective course in either French cultural heritage or freedom, peace, and human rights. So if you have a student who's really interested in French history or even US history and wants to learn about Normandy or explore this part of France, they're very close to Paris. They can still visit Paris or fly into Paris and then take the train. They do earn 3 US credits on this program, so not 6. That is something to be aware of if you have a student who needs to use financial aid this summer. But if they do not need a financial aid or do not need to use financial aid and are looking for the lower priced program, this is a really good option. And this program includes tuition, housing, 14 meals per week, an excursion, and health insurance. And again, this is a 3-week program in a homestay. So finally, we have our Summer in Japan program with Nanzan University in Nagoya, Japan. Nagoya is really centrally located, so it's really easy for students to do a lot of their own exploring in Japan. This program is 8 weeks long. We are still waiting for final dates, but it will be June through August. They offer intensive Japanese from the beginning through the advanced levels, and then they also have additional seminars and Japanese study classes. Students can expect to earn 6 or more Japanese credits. It will depend on how many of those seminar and Japanese studies classes that they enroll in. And then we didn't put a US credit equivalence because that really varies by your institution. So you'll be able to explore that. Students can choose between a homestay or a dorm. Homestay includes meals, and it is a little bit more expensive. The program also includes excursions and airport pickup. And I do want to note, for US students, this program is eligible for the Freeman Asian Scholarship. So if you have a student who meets the eligibility requirements, this is a really good opportunity for them to get significant scholarship to study this summer. And I see a question about Khan. They are no longer offering their 6 credit this summer, but we're hoping to offer it in the future. Okay, so we have 2 more programs we're going to talk to you about. And Jamie, it seems like you might want to connect with Alex at ISEP. She is noting that we have it's potentially up to 5 US credits, depending on how you transfer it back, and you may be able to work with them on a custom option. So you might want to connect with Alex on that. Okay, so Marburg, this is a long-standing ISEP member, has always been a popular program. This program, again, is only 9 ECTS, so just around 4 US credits, maybe 5, depending on how you transfer those back in. This program is just under $4,000. It includes tuition, housing, health insurance, and weekend excursions. The classes are a German language class for around 3 ECTS credits, and then students take seminars in history, politics, sociology, and German culture in the afternoons. This is a great program for students who really want to be in Europe, who may want to take some German, but are really just more interested in exploring the region and spending time in Germany. You don't need any prior German language study, but if you have it, of course, it's a great way to make some progress in your language. And the excursions are actually to really interesting places, including Strasbourg. In summer in Finland, this is our other exchange option. This has previously been labeled human sciences, but as we looked at the classes, we thought that doesn't really do an accurate job of explaining what we're offering here. So Jyväskylä is an AACSB accredited school, and they offer some marketing classes. They also usually offer classes in education, communication, social sciences, sometimes in sports marketing or sports sciences. This program is 3 weeks, and students take a different class each week and can earn between 1 and 7 US credits. Again, this is an exchange program, so they'll pay 0.25 on their exchange balance and need to cover application, placement fees, and health insurance in addition to their regular exchange fees. So this program, we are still waiting for dates and classes to be finalized, but we expect this to be finalized soon. All right, so this is just a quick glance at the deadlines. I know that these are all sort of spread out through the spring. We talked about, consolidating them, and we may do that eventually, but for this year, with a lot of uncertainty because of COVID and visa regulations, we felt that we would give some flexibility when possible. So our earliest program deadline is our non-zon program. It is February 15th. And then the rest are sort of throughout the spring. And I'm excited to be able to share next week when we make our big announcement about our summer portfolio. You'll be able to, of course, explore all of our programs on our website. We will also have our program finder improvements should be rolled out next week. So you'll be learning more about that and seeing those soon. We'll be announcing all of our programs to the membership. We are updating all of our summer landing pages on the ISEP website. So those website pages should be a little bit more useful as both a navigation and marketing tool for you. We are updating all the summer program pages, as I mentioned. Many of those are already finished, so you're able to find these programs today. We're creating summer flyers for all of our programs. So they'll be organized by topic, but hopefully they'll be really useful for you, and you can print those and use those with students. We're also creating Instagram stories and posts for all of our programs. So if you wanted to do some specific advertising of a specific program, you could do that. If you want to post all of them, we would be grateful. But we will be creating that content for you that you can use. We also have highlights for all of our programs. They're on the program pages, but we will be sharing them in case you want to use them in your own language and marketing. And then we are writing some blogs to feature specific ISEP programs, and you'll have access to those too. All right, so that is all I have, but I am happy to take questions if anyone has questions. Welcome to unmute and ask or put your questions in the chat. Alex, it looks like you have some clarification on Khan. Do you maybe want to unmute and explain?
Yeah, hi everyone. Just to clarify, for the COMP program, they did move to only offering a 6-week option, or a 3-week option rather, when in the past they have offered a 6-week possibility to combine 2 sessions. The program offers a total of the equivalent of 5 US credits or 75 hours of instruction over the 3 weeks. It's the morning class is 45 hours for the intensive French language, and then it's 30 hours for the afternoon electives. So just to clarify that part.
Thanks, Alex. And then I also saw a message from Daya about with updates in Teradata, will we be using the new brochure wizard of Teradatas?
That's a great question. ISEP as a, well, we're considered a provider with Teradata, does not have access to the brochure wizard. And we have to do any sort of beautiful updates, which we really want to do, and we have on our sort of list for the upcoming year. But to do that, we would have to pay Teradata individually for each page. So we are going to be working on finding the solution to improving our Teradata pages, but for now, they will look pretty similar to the way they always have, but we will have the updated names and the accurate information about the programs there. And you are welcome. I know a few of you have created your own brochures, I believe, in Teradata for certain programs that you really want to highlight, and you're welcome to continue to do that. We encourage it and welcome it. We just don't have access to do that ourselves. And yeah, Nicole's right. Please tell Teradata that we really want access to those things.
It looks like Liesel has her hand raised.
Hi, thank you. I was wondering, how would a university like UJ get involved in having ISEP present one of their short learning programs as an ISEP program? Because we have quite a big cohort of programs that we've developed, especially in 4IR, and we would love to maybe, get onto your platform as well.
Sure. We have a little committee that is reviewing programs now. We're hoping to have a slightly more formal process in the future, but if you have programs that you would like us to review and consider sharing with our ISEP community, the best way to do it would be to work with your URM and your director and make sure that they're aware of what options exist, the cost. We're really looking for everyone who's here. We're really looking for programs that offer at least 6 credits, that are very cost effective, that are really pretty packaged. So things like excursions and housing and everything else are all included in that price, and that are just easy for students to enroll in. The majority of the ISEP summer participants are American students, US students. So it is good to be aware that the calendar needs to work for a US calendar, and that the classes and things will need to align with sort of what the US expectations would be.
And Melody, it looks like we have some generous and brave volunteers. McKenna and Tiffany are happy to do some site visits if it's necessary.
I'm also happy to do site visits, so whoever we need to tell, that's I appreciate your willingness and your interest.
Well, I'm happy to host all of you.
I've always wanted to go to South Africa. All right, any other questions or feedback? Okay, well, if you have no other questions, of course, you're going to be hearing from us about all of this soon. So I'm sure there will be more questions. You're welcome to contact me or anyone at ISEP about what's going on or about changes, ask questions, and we'd love to hear how you are feeling about these changes and about how your students are feeling about them too. So let us know. And that is all I have for today. So thank you, everyone. And yeah, we hope to talk to you again soon.